What's up, guys? I'm excited for you to join this journey with me as we travel to Hollywood Studios and Galaxy's Edge. First off, you'll see extremely busy to the lines for the Skylift, but it was extremely beautiful getting to Hollywood Studios. I love that sign right there, and automatically you can see how busy the park was, and a lot of people were going to the same place we were, so we scanned our magic bands and we ran straight to Star Tours. It was the first thing that we saw. It was the first thing we ran to down there because we wanted to be everybody. The park just opened. I was greeted with this beautiful AT-AT, and it was just simply amazing, especially for my first time being there, and it just so happens that I chose May 4th, an extremely busy day. But anyways, this was a ride that was virtual and simulated. My wife is prone to motion sickness, so she did get a little sick on this one, and we didn't expect it to be virtual, but it happens. But throughout this video, you will see me panning up a lot because you have to pay attention to every single detail in this park. Vertically, side to side, you do not want to miss a single thing while you are visiting here. Everything is crafted beautifully and really brings you into the Star Wars universe. So like I said, everything is crafted beautifully here to bring you in that Star Wars universe, and you can really tell, especially when little pop-up things for drinks and food are even decorated in Star Wars and painted or rusted out, you know, from the Star Wars universe. They were selling Coke bottles that look like thermal detonators, and like I said, just looking up at all the detail, I mean, you just, when you're there, you just take it all in, takes your breath away, and it's really, really beautiful to see in person. I can't say that enough. So you will notice I started off at the Millennium Falcon, aka Smuggler's Run. I started off on the back here. You will see the front of it a little bit later in the video. However, I wanted to get on the ride. Like I said, my wife did get motion sickness, unfortunately, so I had to ride this ride by myself. But I did document it for her in case she did want to see it and end up trying it for herself. So this is the back of the Falcon, and I love how they, you know, decorated this place or designed it, especially how you follow the paths and just everything from the Star Wars universe, whether it was crates, signs, whatever. It had like Star Wars language and symbols all over it. Then you were greeted by a pirate who basically instructed you on what you were going to do and kind of gave a talk with Chewbacca and basically convinced Chewbacca to let us borrow the ship for this run that we were about to do. So I'm going to go quiet here for a little bit, and I'll let you guys enjoy some of the footage and the sounds of what it was like to be in the Falcon. This was one of my favorite parts and really brought me into the Star Wars universe.
Today's flight takes you to the planet Corellia. You will be intercepting a first-order train shipment of coaxium. Gunners, you clear the path. Pilots, line up behind the train. And engineers, you harpoon that precious cargo. Now get the move on, and know that I have complete faith in you. But I am coming along with you just
For your safety, remain seated and supervise younglings. Por favor, permanezcan sentados y cuide a los niños. Gracias.
Alright, back to the ground, seatbelts on.
Flight engineers, repair test. Hit your flashing buttons. Good job. And on the right, pull back on the stick to fly out, and push forward to fly down. the decision. Everybody out.
I will say it was an amazing ride, and you can see it simulates as if you crash landed with electricity and whatnot. It was just done beautifully. And props to Disney, because here is the front of the ship and what it looks like. Guys, another breathtaking moment. You want to see all these ships in person. There was Kylo Ren's ship. Here's a First Order trooper, which they interact with you and make jokes, so it's super funny at this park. And then here I just took you on a little bit of a tour around the park. Like I said, you want to take it all in. You want to walk around a little bit, get your feet on the ground, and kind of just soak in all the detail, looking up and side to side. But at this point of the day, it started getting really busy. You couldn't really walk anywhere without running into a face or, bumping into somebody. It got busier as the day went on, and pretty much you just had to deal with it and continue your day. But it was hard not to be happy because of all the sounds and stuff like that and all the interactions you got to do. There's a certain vibe there where everybody's there for a certain reason. We were all celebrating May 4th on this special day, Star Wars, and what place, better to celebrate Star Wars than in the universe itself.
Daddy, is that a bathroom? Is that a
So as you tour around the park, you will notice there are a few pop-up shops along the sides of them, like on both sides, walking the paths left and right. You go into them, and a lot of them sell the same stuff, but usually they're specific to that certain shop. So this one had like little dolls and stuff made out of fabric, which my wife took a liking to, and she actually ended up picking up one. She's a fan of the First Order troopers and clone troopers, so she got one for herself, which I thought was really cute. You see holding here, and there's Porgs, Chewbacca, Kylos. And then what's really cool is some of the shops have their own collection. Now these aren't for sale, but it is cool to look at. And then the shop across had similar stuff, except theirs was based more off of creatures. It still had the Porgs and stuff, but it had like Salacious Crumb and other creatures. And it was really cool to see because it was kind of almost like you were buying from a pet shop in the Star Wars universe. Like they had things in cages and stuff like that, as well as on the shelf, obviously, for you to grab and purchase. So I thought this was really cool. This guy had a backpack that was custom made for his droid that he had built, and it held a lightsaber. And then off to the side of us was a woodwork kind of place. I don't think anything was for sale, but the shop behind me did have some stuff for sale that you saw in the other shops. Now, like I said, the First Order troopers, they're all over the place, always roaming back and forth between Kylo's ship, and below this bridge was some other cruisers or ships, and then you'll see that rebel pilot or rebel resistance person running around. She's got blue hair, also interactive, hiding from the First Order, as most of us kind of are with the resistance, I guess, while you're in the park. Now, speaking of the First Order, they do have a shop completely based all around the First Order, whether it's this cosplay item like you see here of a First Order trooper, Kylo Ren gear, whatever you name it. Next thing we had to go run and do after is build our droid. We had a reservation slot. Now I think you have to have a reservation to do this, but if you don't, I don't know if you can get in. But luckily on a busy day like this, we were able to have a reservation placed in, and then basically you pick out a droid, you pick its personality, whatever you're going to do, and place your basket on this rack here, and then parts will come down on the conveyor belt, almost like you're building a car or something like that, and you just pick it out. I let my wife do all of this as I was just there to enjoy the experience. I let her have fun with it. She was super excited. So I'm just gonna let y'all enjoy this little piece here again, and I'll catch you after. Need help with that? This is so cute.
That's where you can match it up with the little circle right there. The little screwdriver right here is screwing it up. Yeah, you guys are all set.
I feel it's got a thing in there, right?
Yeah, you hold it there.
Okay.
There you go. We'll activate it and put it in.
Well, he said there's a pocket in here. How cool is this? We're all set?
Oh, yeah,
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Are you ready? It's that red button right there.
Oh, let me put the directions in there too. See, it might be kind of low. I might have to take it.
Next up, we'll put in the chair.
There we go. Go ahead and put that inside.
A little gap right there. Line it up, give it a nice little. You want to grab the remote right there, okay? Whenever you press forward, it's going to go the eyes facing. Just be careful to the remote.
So I thought that experience was really cool, that you could build a droid and it roll around and interact with the park and other droids based on its personality. And like I said, you get this rebel here. She still roams the park. She was fixing a ship with Chewbacca, and then Kylo Ren and his First Order troopers still trying to hunt down that rebel all day, and it's really cool they stay in character. Now immediately we had to head over to Rise of the Resistance because I heard it was a huge attraction and we were super excited for this. Unfortunately, it was down for one part of the day, but when we saw it and went to do it earlier, the lines were extremely long, and so I'm happy that when it came back up, we were one of the first in lines and were able to get on it. And then you'll hear Rey and BB-8 kind of talk.
BB-8, is everyone assembled? Good.
And then it takes you outside and you get into this transporter where you're going to get kidnapped by the First Order. Spoiler alert. But again, I'm going to go quiet for this one and let y'all enjoy.
Raise the shields. We have company First Order TIE fighters. We're out. Aren't you a blue get a clear path so transport can make the jump? Still want the location of our secret base. Tell them nothing. The future of the Resistance is at stake.
Cargo vessel TR-141, this ship is now under the command of the First Order. You will proceed down the hallway on the right for interrogation.
Join them on blue.
Leave us. Yes, General.
Enemies of the First Order, we will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The Resistance prisoners.
You have what I want. You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
We are needed on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Hold right there, one stay right there. We'll wait the Resistance. We're gonna break you out of here. Now follow me quickly. Blue and red to the left. Red in the back. Blue to the right.
To the escape pod base. Those droids are programmed to return you to Batu. Hurry and don't get caught. Lieutenant Beck will guide you. Recruits, for your safety in the hallway, turn right. A drone. Your cover is blown. If anyone's packing a blaster, now's a good time.
Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless.
There's nowhere to run.
Hopefully we get there quick. Sign off for it, but
Now, if that's not cool, then I don't know what is. I really enjoyed that ride, and my wife did as well. And for somebody who's prone to motion sickness, she did really well. At the end, a little bit where you're driving, to get back to base, she did experience like a sliver, but it was super quick, and she was able to get through it. So that was really exciting, and honestly, I think this ride was my favorite part of the entire park and makes the whole experience worth it. Now, right out of the gate, you do get greeted with another pop-up shop where it gets some Rebel helmets and stuff like that, as well as kids and for adults. And then we immediately had to go off and build our lightsaber. Now, this is an experience that I wish for anybody to do. It's every kid and adult's dream to build a lightsaber. So this was a really cool experience and story as well. Again, we had a reservation. I'm not sure if you have to have one, but I do recommend it, especially for on a busy day like this. And again, I have to go quiet for this for you guys to enjoy some of this because it truly was a beautiful thing to experience.
So now you weren't followed, were you? You might recognize these from our myths, our legends, our history. Blue. Like the one wielded by Obi-Wan Kenobi. His apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, and now we hear Rey. Green. Qui-Gon Jinn. Ahsoka Tano. Master Yoda himself. And of course, Luke Skywalker. The violet crystal. Beautiful and rare. like the one wielded by the great Jedi warrior Mace Windu. Red, the color of power, the crystal of Darth Maul, Asajj Ventress, Darth Vader, and now Kylo Ren.
Is this your crystal?
Crystal holder in front of me. It is time to combine that crystal with the unique lightsaber design you have selected. You're going to be building your hilt. Now the hilt is the foundation of the lightsaber and the center of control. The hilt is also the thing that keeps your hand from being disintegrated. So it's classy. Your activation plates, your grips, your emitter, and your pommel cap. Building a lightsaber is a personal journey, just as you have selected your kyber.
Determined.
Excellent. Our next.
Choose your component, trust your instincts. That first choice is probably correct. Don't doubt
Activation
yourself.
switches. Slide them up to activate and down to deactivate. Maybe we'll try. Slide them.
Upside down.
And it's like caps. And once you have them on, flip them over and do the same thing.
Just gonna take it.
Yeah.
Remember this.
So when Kimmy tells you to activate, push up on the switch, and push back down when Kimmy says deactivate.
Much skill have you shown.
Master
Chosen
Yoda?
yourself You have. Now, joined you will be. It is time.
Step forward. Place your hand on your hilt and activate. Raise your lightsaber! Congratulations, my friends. You have built a lightsaber! Like the Jedi and the Sith who came before you.
So as you can see, it's extremely busy here at Galaxy's Edge. There's so much to do here, but if you thought it was cool during the day, hit that like button and wait till you see it at night. Next, we headed over to the cantina. Now this one was a little bit different because even though it was extremely busy and we had a reservation again, we still had to wait. So we waited like an hour after our reservation time. We had to say, hey, we were there, and then wait in a texting queue, which was a little bit weird. It was like a wait on top of a wait, but it is what it is, and we were seated with other people, which I heard is kind of normal anyway, but it was a little bit more crowded than usual. They had an alcoholic side to the menu, as well as a non-alcoholic side. And then you got this little droid DJ actually looking like he played live music, which I thought was really cool. And here you see some bubbly drinks, and then this weird jello pop rock kind of appetizer thing, which my wife, if you look at her face, thought it actually tasted a little bit funny and good at the same time, so you didn't know if you should be eating it or not eating it.
Oh, I thought that was the one with it. Well, I'll get you take that.
Now we got into one of my favorite parts of the night. I was looking forward to it all day when the sun started to go down. As I said, you didn't want to miss this place at night. I don't know if this is a regular thing, but it was on May 4th, and we all got together and ignited our lightsabers in front of the Falcon. And weirdly enough, people started getting into their own groups of colors and chanting which group was better.
Great, 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 great.
What a beautiful moment, and I'll hold that memory forever, not only in my heart but in my head as well. Immediately I had to take the opportunity to go to Doc Ondar's. It had been extremely busy on this day. The line, because of Cal Kestis' lightsaber coming out, basically wrapped around the whole park. Like, I'm not even joking. It was long and nobody could really get in here because of the wait times. So I took advantage when everybody was at the Falcon and came here. Now, everything in this shop that's on display in the upper part kind of are people of the past. So everything in the shop, the people are gone. And then everything below you can kind of buy from people of the past and the present. There's kyber crystals, there's different outfits, clothes, mugs, antiques, statue, bust things, robes, and even little knickknacks you can look at, like this Sarlacc pit here, and you can even see underneath the stomach that you would be digested in. The creature underneath was really cool, but kind of creepy at the same time. And then, as I said, just the vertical space you always want to look at. And yeah, that's my day. I'm extremely happy with it, even though it was busy. Everybody was happy because we were celebrating. I ended the night here at the shop, so I'm gonna end the video here as well. I'd have to think about coming back for May 4th, but we'll see. It was busy, but again, I enjoyed celebrating, so it is what it is. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, and let me know if you guys visited this shop or if you even plan on going to Galaxy's Edge at all. And as always, take care, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.